Yet another suspicious multi-million-rand sports project has been discovered in the Eastern Cape, this time in Matatiele, and the community wants answers. The project has since ground to a halt and costs have escalated. eNCA's senior reporter Dasen Thathiah is in Matatiele for us this afternoon and joins us now. Dasen, we're really getting tired of hearing about these projects and how much money they've cost and how there's not really much to show for that amount of money. What have you discovered in Matatiele?
And it's not just us, Clement. I mean, communities are also starting to interrogate these projects and to ask questions about how that money is spent. I mean, Matatiele is a beautiful place, but the youth here need more than just the scenic views. They needed a place where they could work out, where they could play sports, and that's what this was supposed to be. This project that I'm about to show you now, this was launched in 2018. It was meant to be a sporting complex, a sporting field for different codes of sport. And at the moment, nothing is happening here. Now, there are a number of reasons that we've heard as to why that is, and I'll unpack them with you just now, because we've spoken to the mayor here, we've spoken to the municipal manager, I've spoken to the general manager of infrastructure, and I've also spoken to the community and opposition parties as well. And there are different reasons as to what's happened here. But one thing is certain, 18.9 million rand has been spent so far on what you see here. That is what is being called the first phase of the project. The complete budget, according to the municipality, was 30 million rand, or just a shade over that. At the moment, they have spent, or they've allocated, about 24 million rand towards this first phase. And as I mentioned, almost 19 million rand of that has already been paid to the contractor and to the engineers that are responsible for this. According to the municipality, that first phase is 86% complete. But the community that's been watching this unfold for the past few years says that they are not getting their money's worth because they can't see that money being spent. But we'll get to that in a second. Let me bring in now WONGA POTWANA, who's on the infrastructure committee at the municipality. WONGA, thank you so much for joining me. These numbers that I'm talking about, these are huge amounts. How does the municipality account for that?
Thank you, Deshan. Greetings to you. It's so unfortunate that what we get in Matatiele, or what we get as the community of Herekwala Park, which is Ward 20, is not what was budgeted for, or is not what was presented to us. Initially, as a member of the standing committee, I know that an amount of 7.5 million was pumped up here, but I looked at the particular project versus the value for money, and then I couldn't see where is 7.5 million. Now, that shows exactly that our municipality, because they put the so-called portfolio heads that are not glued up, and the information is even hidden to them. But fortunately enough that I've got 12 years here working for this municipality as a councillor. I've developed some friendship. I have managed to get to crack to know how an sport field of this nature, we cannot even call a sport field, we cannot even call a sporting complex because, as you can see, there are no toilets, there are no lights, there's no running track. Even the turf inside, like the so-called something that look like a tar road whereby it's supposed to be put a turf on, is not finished.
And that's what I wanted to mention to you, because in talking to the municipality, I was told that the remaining 5 million of that budget will be to bring in all of those things, the toilets, the plumbing, the electrification, and all of that. Have you been informed of that, and do we know when this will start?
The unfortunate part, as now this contractor was supposed to be back here in July, is still not on site. And what surprises me is that our municipality was warned by the Editor General that stop using consultant. As you know, that they have taken an amount of 4 million rand here. For what? For consulting. So you take that 4 million rand plus this 19 million, so it goes to 23 to 24 million. So you look at the only thing that is beautiful here that they have done perfectly is the fence. So, but the actual project was not about the fence, it was about the sporting field. The youth here is very fully involved in drugs. We are trying as the municipality to make sure that we eliminate the drugs. People must have a place to stay. We cannot build a sports field for 5 years, as you can see, as it's supposed to be something that is going to be built for 2 years. The contractor is gone. Even the site where they were putting their things in Area C, they are nowhere because the municipality says they did an under budget. That is very false.
Wonga, I just want to bring this in here. You are sitting on the opposition bench in the municipality.
Yes.
I want to know what you've been doing, or what can you do to get to the bottom of this, because that is one of your responsibilities as well.
Thank you very much. No, what I'm going to do, as I did last week, I wrote to the municipal manager, I wrote to the speaker, requesting some extra information. What I normally do to make sure that I expose the shenanigans that the ANC-run municipality that I sit on is doing. I write to these people, I keep information, then I spread the information as much as I can to the DA leaders in parliament so that this thing can go as much as possible. This money is taxpayers' money. This thing is for the people of Matatiele, is for the youth here. I cannot sit back in a council and sleep while other people are not doing what they're supposed to do.
I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Wonga POTWANA there. Clement, as I explained, I have spoken to the municipality, but I think this is very important to tell you. The mayor here, Simomelezi Mbedla, has agreed to an interview with eNCA, but unfortunately I'll only get to chat to him tomorrow. Hopefully we'll be able to get a few more answers about how that money was spent and when this project will resume.